Qur'an, chapter 101, Surah Al-Qari'ah by Sayyid Qutb, translation by Muhammad Al-Amrani. In the name of God, the most compassionate, the most merciful. The striker, the great calamity. What is the striker, this fierce reality, and what can make you know its severity? On that day, people will be scattered like moths in disarray, and the mountains will be as wool fluffed by the winds. For those whose scales are heavy, they shall dwell in a contented life. But for those whose scales are light, their abode shall be the abyss. And what will make you comprehend what that is? A blazing fire. The calamity, the day of reckoning, like the overwhelming, the clamour, the inevitable, the covering. This calamity resonates with the sound of thunder. It strikes the heart with its terror. This surah reveals the essence of the calamity, what unfolds within it, and its finality. It presents a scene of dread, a spectacle that engulfs both mankind and mountains alike. In its shadow, humanity appears diminutive, like moths, fluttering helplessly in the face of destruction, lost without direction, without purpose. And the mountains, once immovable, now tossed like wool in a tempest, subject to the whims of the winds. Thus the day is aptly named the calamity. Its name resonates, echoing in the hearts, preparing us for the weight of judgment. What is the calamity? The phrase, like a solitary javelin, strikes without preamble, reverberating with a fearsome echo. Then follows the question of awe. What is the calamity? It is the unfathomable, the astounding, provoking wonder and reflection. And then the question of ignorance. And what will make you comprehend the calamity? It is greater than human understanding, beyond the grasp of perception. The answer lies not in its essence, but in its outcome, for its essence transcends all comprehension. On that day people will be scattered like moths, and the mountains will be as wool fluffed by the winds. This is the first scene of the calamity, a moment that sends hearts racing and makes limbs tremble in fear. It feels as if all that anchors them to the earth has turned to dust around them. Then comes the conclusion for all. For those whose scales are heavy, they shall dwell in a contented life. But for those whose scales are light, their abode shall be the abyss. And what will make you comprehend what that is? A blazing fire. The heaviness or lightness of the scales speaks of values in the sight of God, signifying worth and meaning. To delve into arguments about these phrases would be to miss the profound essence of the Qur'an, to engage in trivialities that distract from the true purpose of Islam. For those whose scales are heavy in God's measure, they shall find contentment, a blissful existence, leaving it vague yet resonant, evoking the shadows of joy, the purest bliss. But for those whose scales are light, their refuge shall be the abyss. A place once meant for safety is now their home. The expression is elegantly crafted, balanced with a touch of mystery, leading to a deeper understanding. And what will make you comprehend what that is? A rhetorical flourish, a call to the limits of perception. Then comes the final note, a fiery conclusion, a blazing fire. This is the fate of the one whose scales are light, an irony, for the refuge they seek is the very fire that consumes, a stark reminder of harsh truths.